Good morning. My name is Melissa. I live in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, and I do recognize some of the people in the class. So again, that's nice. Previously, I worked in a community mental health center for an internship and an inpatient child and adolescent psych unit, which was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They were part of my undergraduate field placements that I did. There were two separate places that I went, and in both of them, I actually did diagnostic evaluations, and there were quite a few of my classes in undergrad that dealt primarily with the DSM and differential diagnosis. So in both of those situations, I did diagnose. Obviously, I had a supervisor at the time, so that was somebody that could, oversee my diagnosis to make sure that I was correct with what I was diagnosing. And from there, we would develop treatment plans. I'm trying to make sure that I go over everything. Even though I did diagnose in those placements, there were some challenges because the second piece of the question, or a second question, said that if we did not diagnose, what were the challenges? Even though I did do that, I found that there were some challenges in just knowing what constituted the axis, what were the differential diagnosis, being able to disseminate between two diagnoses to determine really what was the underlying issue at different levels. And there were a ton of mental health clients. So in all of these placements, I did come across people that had some type of a mental illness condition. And in the community mental health center, there were a lot of dual diagnosis. So mental health with maybe addiction, and not so much in my inpatient child and adolescent psych unit, because the majority of those children were mental health diagnosis. And one point in my community mental health placement, I did work with children, and they were also the majority, like 99% mental health, so not dual diagnosed. But in the adult population, I did see more of the dual diagnosis, and that does present a little bit of a challenge when you have two underlying issues and need to diagnose the client. So that was my background in diagnosis. I'm really looking forward to this class. I did not enjoy the policy one as much, but this is really something that I enjoy, and look at the clinical piece and direct application to the populations that we'll serve. So I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Have a great day.